Hi again, day 10, welcome home. So I was talking to God this morning, trying to get some, what do we need to bring across to the viewer? What do we need to let people know about? And God said, you need to get out that tent. You need to make sure people don't think this is about a tent, because homelessness is so much more than a tent. It's how you live, it's where you live, it's what you do. It's not just where you go to bed at night. So, Matt, when's the last time you showered?
Last Saturday. Today's Friday. It's been a while. We can only, like we said in the beginning, we're only doing things according to when someone allows us to hang out in their home or gives us an opportunity. We've been eating very little. Whenever somebody happens to drop something off to us, at the same time, we're still going out and helping others. So we just get by with rations.
Yeah, soul nights are great because we actually get to eat soup. But other than that, we've been eating one bag of potato chips pretty much the whole time. We've been making that thing last, and one day I think we probably will do an advertisement for these potato chips because they are so crispy. Even once they get stale, they just taste like potato chips.
Apparently, they have vitamin C in them too. And I'm almost out of socks. Half of them have holes in them, and we haven't got a chance to go to the laundromat yet.
Yeah, I've changed my clothes twice. I mean, I'm sure you've noticed this wonderful shirt. I'm changing it tomorrow. I swear I'm gonna find someone to give me a shower, and I'm gonna change my shirt. Because I'm good on socks, because I've been wearing the same pair of socks, same pair of pants, and the same shirt since Saturday.
I always wear the same pants.
I've been sleeping in my clothes just because it's too cold in there to get naked, and then to get up and try to get dressed, and it's just easier just to go, okay, I'm in a sleeping bag in what I got. And that's more a part of what homelessness is. Whether we're in a tent or on a couch, it's the fact that we can't get laundry done. It's the fact that we don't know where the next clothes are going to come from. If we brought like 3-4 pairs of socks, but if we go through those, then we're either re-wearing them or praying that somebody's going to donate. Because we go out on the streets a lot, and the guys are like, what do you have? And we're like, we work on donations. We bring you what we have. And sometimes we have a whole box of socks. Sometimes we have like 3 pairs of dress socks. Deodorant, all the guys want deodorant, whether it's the heat of summer or the dead of winter, because they wear layers. And stinkiness, affects the entire camp, not just the one person. So clean socks and deodorant are key to your neighbor, not just you. And so
I haven't heard anyone complain yet.
Yeah, I was shocked. Someone actually said to me today, goes, you smell pretty good for a homeless person. Not like homeless people smell, but the fact that we haven't showered since Saturday, I think we're pretty lucky. I think God's just putting a hedge of not stinkiness around us. But while we're talking about not living in the tent, beyond the fact that we're camping out, one of the posts today on YouTube, well, I don't know what day it was, Sheriff told me about it today, said, I don't know what 2 boys camping out is going to do to get to the root of homelessness.
I'm a grown man with a lot of back problems. Sleeping on the floor ain't helping it.
Amen. So it's not just the camping out. It's not camping out. It's not the fact that we live in a tent that we're trying to accomplish here. It's we are not just doing this to raise awareness, which we are. We're doing this so people know homelessness is real, and they can see through our eyes, because the average person will not walk up to a homeless person and go, what does your life look like? So we're showing you through what we're going through in this journey.
It's painful to see the guys that we hang out with every week sometimes. I mean, some of them don't have vehicles at all, and they just have to hike it by foot, huff it by foot. Some of them have bicycles, but some of them just find little bits of covering to get underneath. There is a majority, not a majority I wouldn't say, but there is a good few of them that do have tents. But I mean, they're susceptible to vandalism, and if the property owners don't want them there, they have to find another place to set up shop. It's just, they have their own little community within their community as well, and they don't always get along. It's not
just like anybody else.
Yeah, it's not like
you may like your neighbor, you may not like your neighbor. There's no lock on these things. So
I don't even like saying they, because they're not. They're still people. They're not any different than you and I. They have their lives and everything, and they have their disagreements, and they have their high, happy, uplifting moments. That's why you usually see us pretty chipper, because we're good friends and we hang out, and yeah, we do have some experiences of egging each other on and goofing off and this and that and so forth,
and agitating each other just like any roommates, any neighbors. But that takes me to the point that the Facebook comment made. What good does that get to solve the root of homelessness? And through this, we are not trying to solve the root of anything. We are trying to solve homelessness in Sussex County by doing this so that we can get to a shelter. If we can get them all housed, then we can get them off the street. Then they will be housed. They'll still be homeless because they don't have a home of their own. But through the shelter, we're going to get them jobs. We're going to help them get the placement to get out of here, get the motivation, the ambition to want to not live on the streets and not to live in a shelter.
Have the desire to want to be a productive member of society.
Exactly. But greater than that, like Matt said, they're varied. You know, there's the homelessness isn't a disease. It's not a race. There's no root to homelessness. There's a million causes, and you can never solve the cause because you could be homeless. We are all one paycheck away from homeless. So you look at yourself and go, what's the root that made me homeless? You're not yet. But when you are, how did it happen? Some people think it's all poor choices. Some people think it's just substance abuse, but it's all situation. Homelessness is a circumstance. It's not a disease. It's not something we can cure, because once we get every homeless person in Sussex fitting into our shelter, there's going to be someone else down the road that the man loses his job, the wife loses her husband, the wife loses her job. You know, it's a multi-income world now.
Yeah.
And it's not just a matter of who's supporting who. It's when a situation happens, how do you cope with it? How do you deal with it? What is your support? What is your family? What are your friends? Can you couch surf? Couch surfing, still homelessness. And that's what people don't understand.
When I explain this to other friends and family members, they totally understand the whole concept of that, yes, you don't know what's going to happen next week. You don't know if a business is going to go under that you're working for. You don't know if whatever is going to happen crazily to the bank account. I mean, anything can happen anytime. You don't know. I mean, I know personally people who've gone from making millions of dollars to no dollars, because that's just what happens.
So there is no cure because there is no root. We can't get to a root because every situation is different.
It's like a birth mortality rate. For every one that gets back into the system, there's another one falling right back out of the system.
And this is not about two boys camping. This is about two men who have friends, real live friends, who are living on the streets, in the woods, in tents, in sleeping bags. And we are trying to raise awareness to make a difference, to help them get out of their situation.
I just hope that everybody continues to see what we're really trying to do here, and their hearts open up, and, you know, really try to at least share to as many people as possible what's really going on in our area, the Sussex County area. And hopefully, you know, like we said before, just a dollar helps. You know, it's not really about how much you can give or how much, you know, you think you want to outgive or undergive. It doesn't matter. If you feel like your heart is going out and being led to help us with this cause, any little bit helps. Any little bit. You have old goods that you don't use anymore,
right?
Old supplies of like tent stuff or clothing or anything. I mean, it's all stuff that we can help give to our friends out there.
And we thank you all once again, you know, for the support, the blessings, the prayers that you have been giving. We thank you for watching. Have a good night. God bless.
God bless.